Okay. All right. So, as you guys know, we have expanded our team and we now have three more ladies with Rustling the Beach team. And this here is Nancy.
Hi.
Nancy Patrick came to us first on our team in
July.
July. So, Nancy, tell us a little bit about you.
I've been here for almost 2 years and I'm absolutely loving working on this team. It's just so inspirational. I've been down in Myrtle Beach area and Saugasty area for 2 years, and now I'm working down in Pawleys Island with Olivia, and it's great just to have the commodity.
Great. So, you've been doing real estate before you came down to Myrtle Beach, correct?
Yes. I'm actually going into my 20th year in New York, and I'm loving that because I'm looking to have people from up north, whether they're retired or they're just looking for a second home, come down, and it's just great to see people be in their happy spot, whether
Yeah.
they want to get away from the warmer weathers, taxes, etc. So, but I'm working my clientele up in New York as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, have you seen a difference between the New York kind of clientele and the South Carolina? What's the difference, if there's any?
I go by that golden rule, you treat others how you want to be treated. Of their different dynamics, price ranges. I just love like seeing people happy. I could actually visualize meeting people for the first time, and when they walk into the house and you can just visualize them there. I can actually see that, and it's just so inspirational. So I
Nice.
will tell you though, the closings in New York definitely take longer in New York than they do here, which is wonderful. The typical closing time in New York is about 2 to 3 months due to title and certain areas. But down here it's just more. It's streamlining is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, one of the questions we usually get as real estate agents is, when is the best time to list? And with the holidays coming up, we get a lot of the mixed suggestions on listing. Should they or should they not consider listing right now?
So that depends on the clientele, depends on the seller, when they're thinking whether they have young kids or if they have. I personally love going to a house and seeing it being all decorated. You see the tree, you can just, it's almost like us hosting a party at your house and, having people come over and gather. You've got the highlights of your living room, which is great. And then a lot of people here have the open concept into the kitchen with a fireplace in the living room, and then the dining area is all set up. So I personally think it's great because we tend to have low inventory in the winter time.
Yeah.
So I personally think it works in the seller's favor.
Yeah.
And it's great because you could just have that vibe when you open the door or smell certain things, see the wreaths or
Yeah.
it's just, you can feel the love in the area.
You can basically feel at home when
Welcoming.
you walk in.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
when it's completely
Yeah.
decorated. I always
Sure.
like walking into a fully decorated home as well. It
Right.
kind of makes you feel warm and
More
fuzzy.
home. Just like when we do an open house, when we tell people like to bake, that aroma smell
Yes.
like the pumpkin pie or chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're in the market of selling right now, and you're willing to have people over coming through your house,
To
showcase it, so it's definitely the perfect time to do so because you are usually more decorated right now than you would
Yes.
throughout the year. So you had touched on the whole part of inventory, that the inventory during the holiday is especially low or lower.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
I think personally people are, shopping, for the family or just gathering school functions, whether college, whether little kids in school, more family oriented, and just people think. I know from New York, people would say, oh my gosh, like if you have snow in the house, we'd always have to get rid of the booties, the
Yeah.
covers like we
Yeah.
have down here for rain, if you will. And it's great to, I personally think the lower inventory because you know what, when you're inside the house, what do? You look online, you see Zillow or you see certain home sites that are touching on what is, on the market. And I personally think it will work in a favor to have your house listed.
During
Right.
the low season, and I agree. Right now, I think one of the biggest reasons why there is a lower inventory is there are so many people that don't want to have people come through their house during the
Sure,
holidays
right, and
because
that's
of
true, if young kids,
yeah, with
sure, or
with
pets.
the gifts under the tree. So they're like, oh, I don't know about people coming through my house, and with us being a vacation community
Mhm.
where we get more tourists than anything else, I think a lot of people think they should hold off listing because they figure they're gonna be in the market when everybody else is coming on the market, right?
Right, correct.
But with that, if you take that in consideration, you are going to be in a pond with a lot of fish.
Yeah.
That's the way I like
Yeah,
to see it.
true.
It's like that's when a lot of people are putting their homes on the market and they're missing out on the people that are shopping right now as well.
True.
So for me, when people ask me when is a good time to list, it is depending on what your desired outcome is. Do you need to list right now? Do you need to sell fast? So why is really
That's huge,
the,
you're right,
the
you're
huge
right.
part is
Yes.
like why
Right.
do you need to list? So if you can wait and you don't mind being in the race with a whole bunch of other homes, wait until the market heats up.
Then you just brought up a good point, Liv, that you have so much competition out
Yeah.
there. So right now in the winter months, you see, I'm going to give an example, say anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000 range. You may have a certain neighborhood that has 2 or 3 homes.
Yes.
And I'm going to give an example, say like maybe 700 home community or
Right.
500.
Yeah.
So you have a very low inventory, which is great because, you don't have, now you wait till it's springtime and you're gonna see probably about 8 to 12 homes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then people can be pickier, if you will.
Right.
Like, do you want the fenced in backyard or do you want a water view?
Right.
Certain things. And the most important part is to know when I go to a client's house to say, tell me why you love your house.
Yes.
This way it gives an idea to tell me to let people know.
Right, exactly.
New buyers.
And a lot of what people like to say too is, well, the interest rates are coming down more,
Sure.
so then they're
Date the rate.
yeah,
marry the house.
exactly. And a lot of people going like the interest rate is coming down more. We're gonna have more money to buy
Sure.
with, and but then
Yeah.
you're competing, and I'm talking now to the people that want to buy homes. Then you're competing with all the other ones that are now able to afford a home as well or more home right now because they have a bigger budget to shop with. So then they're gonna go like, okay, now I have more money. I'm gonna be at the start line with everybody else trying to buy a home. So you gotta weigh that.
Sure.
Right now, your interest rate might be slightly higher than they may be in the future, which we don't know what it's gonna be like. But the
Well-
way it's looking, it's like it's going down from the federal.
Aspect.
Has
The
been
good
cut.
news is we both deal with lenders that will allow us, which is phenomenal to have. We can let clients know to refinance with no closing costs at all for
Yeah.
them. So we deal with a few lenders that we could give you as well. So
Yeah,
they can float down. So
exactly.
No.
So why not buy right now where the interest rate may be a little bit higher, which you can also negotiate points down, so you could get closer
Sure.
to a
Sure.
lower rate,
which
right?
we've done. We have other colleagues that have done that as well, which
Exactly,
I think is a
and
fabulous
then
idea.
then there
Right.
is the possibilities of buying in an area that could be like a USDA loan that is
Yes.
like zero down. So there's so many options and reasons to at least explore the market right now, and then make up your own mind on that.
And you just mentioned the USDA. I was just thinking about people, the firefighters, the nurses, the retired cops. It's great that we have several lenders that give a certain amount of credit towards their closing as well on that,
Yeah.
which is great in South Carolina.
So it's really just what it comes down to is your why.
That's true.
So if you want to move right now, why wait? I
Right,
guess,
call
right?
us,
It's
yes,
like
yeah.
we can always start shopping now, and
Right.
if it's not right, we'll just keep shopping until it is
Absolutely.
right and more homes are on the market. So either way, it is a perfect time to list at any time. It is up to you when
That's
you're
correct.
thinking you need to sell by. So give us a call.
Yes.
We'll be glad to answer any questions, but, question to you is, when do you think is the best time to list? Put it down in the comments
Perfect.
and, let's see what you guys say, okay?
Looking forward to hearing from you all.
Alright, bye guys.
Thank you.